today I'm taking a look at your gameplay and coaching you how to survive the Dark Aether. If you want to submit your own footage for me to review, be sure to join my Discord and go to the Zombie Gameplay Coaching channel. Be sure to put it in that channel and you might have a chance to be in my next video. Our first video comes from Dodge26 Gaming. Now let's all be kind and considerate to all of the people who submitted their gameplay here. Let's try not to trash them too much. Now in the description he says that not all people have the good stuff. I'm no exception, hence the lack of all the cool legendary things. So loading in, we clearly have a longbow setup here with a medium rucksack. We've got a good amount of perks. We're gonna have a rare ether tool and a single pack-a-punch crystal, which is honestly not too bad of a start. This is ready for tier 2 if you ask me. On top of only having a medium rucksack, you could also tell here that we only have a regular gas mask. All of this is going to be very relevant to what I saw in this gameplay here as we're taking pop shots across the map for those grunts. So he picks up this cargo delivery mission and we're kind of looking at all the bodies, seeing if any good loot dropped, and we're going into the LTV. And this is a minor point, but I wanted to point this out. Whenever you have a cargo delivery contract, 99% of the time you can take main roads to the actual site it is. However, for some reason we take an alternate route, maybe because the storm is there in that left hand side, but as you can see, this is kind of a janky place to go across these mountains, and we're still going further away from the actual pickup place it is. Now we have to go all the way around here. It's just kind of, usually there's a path of least resistance when it comes to those cargo delivery missions. I just wanted to point that out right away, because doing stuff like this is kind of like not ideal. I mean, it's fun if you want to, that's perfectly fine. And this is the only cargo delivery mission that he drives like this, so I'm sure it was just that storm making him nervous. But now we go from this cargo delivery to another cargo delivery, and then that cargo delivery to another cargo delivery to another cargo delivery. And as we finish this cargo delivery, we're kind of just shooting zombies here in the middle of the field for no reason. And we're looking, and I want to point this out here, we're really close to this spore control contract, even this extractor contract. We were really close to this outlast contract, but can you guess where we decided to go? Yeah, we're going to another cargo delivery contract. And so I just want to put this out into the universe and see what you guys think. Is it worth taking 2 extra minutes to go out of your way to get another cargo delivery mission? That's going to take maybe another minute, minute and a half. Or if you're right next to like an outlast contract or a spore control contract, that's only going to take you like 2 minutes. Is it really worth driving around the entire map just for what you perceive to be a shorter contract? Because this whole game, Dodge only goes for cargo delivery contracts. Now, I admit they're really fun and easy and quick and all that stuff for easy points, but why we're doing this is kind of the point of this review. Why are we doing these cargo delivery missions? You can see we have a pack-a-punch 1 weapon right now. We've got a regular gas mask, as I pointed out earlier, and we're going to do another cargo delivery. We're going to come up here and we're going to do another cargo delivery, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, another cargo delivery. We are sitting here with 23,000 points on our way to another cargo delivery contract. Why are we doing this? What is the goal of this game? When you went into this game, did you think, oh, I just want to grind out cargo delivery missions? Now, that might be the case because, as you said, hey, I don't have legendary stuff. I need to do this, this, and that. Are we looking for a schematic in particular? If we are, that's absolutely fine, because we do yet another cargo delivery mission right here. And finally, once we're done with that one, we jump in another vehicle and we finally go to tier 3. And you can see we've got the Pack-a-Punch icon pinged, which is really good. So hey, you know, maybe we were just grinding out points to get Pack-a-Punch, because we head on up here to the Pack-a-Punch. We're going to really quickly double Pack-a-Punch our gun all the way to Pack-a-Punch 3, and I'm thinking, great, this is awesome. We're going to do some contracts. We've got a really easy raid weapon stash contract right here. Look at right next to us right there. Look at that. You should just get that one if you want to do some tier 3 contracts. And we're going to ping the Wonder Fizz. Now, I might have skipped over it, but I want to go back here a little bit and I want to show you guys why would be going to the Wonder Fizz be not a great idea right now. If you don't know, let's go ahead and fast forward to when we get to the Wonder Fizz. We jump on out and we have all of the perks already. And now look at that. All of those contracts are gone. That spore control, that raid weapon stash we were right next to is all gone. So I thought, okay, cool. Maybe we could go join some teams. Maybe we could wait for some more tier 3 contracts. And, okay, I guess we're not going into tier 3. What are we going to do instead now that we're back in tier 2? Well, you guessed it. We're going to do another cargo delivery contract. I'm sorry if this comes off as mean-spirited. It's really not. You can do what you want in this game, you know, whatever. But like, why did we just get a triple pack-a-punched weapon if all we're going to do is cargo delivery missions? Clearly, this gun was doing you well in tier 2 beforehand because you were doing all of these cargo delivery missions without the pack-a-punch weapon. So it just confuses me why we're super, super obsessed with these cargo delivery missions. And also, I've noticed this throughout the gameplay. I haven't paused it though. We're taking random pop shots at all of these zombies. So if we're camo grinding, this is very, very inefficient because killing 4 zombies every time you get out of the car isn't exactly the thing. So I don't think we're camel grinding here. We very well may be looking for schematics, or one schematic in particular, which is perfectly fine. But thinking about all of the points you had, those 23,000 points, you don't have a large rucksack and you don't have a durable gas mask. So why not go into tier 3 and instead of pack-a-punching your weapon, go get that durable gas mask, go get that large rucksack. So in the future, you can come in and be more well equipped. And then you think this Mega Abomination fight is pretty exciting, but it's actually not. Some other player kills him as we're trying to deal with these zombies here. It's not all that big of a deal. Oh, but donuts, we're going back into the tier 3 area. Let's see what we do. Maybe we are grinding out a couple tier 3 contracts. We're gonna head on into this gas station, maybe repair our vehicle a little bit. I like that, very good. We're gonna jump out. Yep, we're gonna jump out, kind of kill the hellhounds coming at us. I also like that, very good. We're gonna see how useful even a rare weapon is in tier 3. Look at us killing zombies right here. They're armored zombies and it's a sniper rifle, of course, but like, look at that. That's doing pretty good work right there. All right, now we're back in our fully healed LTV, and where are we going? Oh, maybe we're going to the story mission right here. Yeah, maybe we're gonna hop out and get that story mission, and we're gonna leave. Why? Okay, maybe he was just using that as a gas station because he wanted to go somewhere else on the map. Like maybe somewhere over, oh, we just want to exfil. So then we come all the way across the map to exfil here. So from the start of the game to the end of the game, we grinded out 57 cargo delivery contracts. We got triple pack-a-punch on our weapon, which was really fun. We didn't do a single tier 3 contract, even though we were right close to one. We didn't get a large rucksack. We didn't get a durable gas mask. We didn't progress our character in any meaningful way. Now, of course, all of this could be nullified and I could look like a real donut here if we were just grinding out schematics. But all of this to say, when going into a game of Modern Warfare 3, really you need to have a game plan. There's only 45 minutes or an hour in the match. You need to know what you're going after. And not just your main quest, not just your main thing, but any sort of secondary items. Hey, could I get a durable gas mask? How could I do this a little bit better? Now, obviously, we just saw that we started at a containment level of 20, so maybe we were just doing some tier 2 contracts to get that containment level up, which is perfectly fine. Again, it's an open world game. You can play it your way, but that's just what I saw when I played or when I saw this gameplay. Our next 2 clips come from Rebecca, and this first one is just kind of a silly one here, but I wanted to show you. So we're all loaded up going into the Dark Aether. We've got lots of good stuff, all of our perks, legendary weapon, and triple pack-a-punch, all that good stuff. And when we load in, I guess this is the first thing I want to show you. When we load into the Dark Aether, sometimes this happens. Now, don't freak out when you see this happen, because this is actually what the game's doing in the background. Every time you go into the Dark Aether, you could see the waiting loading level here with the Dark Aether. So don't worry about this, just wait it out. You will eventually load into the Dark Aether here. But as you can see, loading into this Dark Aether is a little different. You may not notice anywhere where we're at because nothing has loaded in. All of the map geometry is just invisible. And honestly, I have absolutely no feedback for this because this is just the weirdest thing I've seen ever. Like every time I do one of these videos, it's something else, it's something new, it's something different. I just don't understand. But hey, we're getting some good loot out of that. Mags of Holding right there, Elder Sigil, very good. Luckily, the Outlaws contract is mostly unchanged. And look at that, even more Mags of Holding. This is a really lucky run. run. But anyway, this is the run that I wanted to show you all. This is still Rebecca here, and she says that there is another player in the Dark Aether and was completing contracts, and there was some PvP in here. Now, this is also a very interesting game. We also have got some decent stuff here. We've got the VR11. I believe she's using the FJX Horus SMG, which is also another really good one. Looks like, again, has this thing with the loading screen, but that's perfectly okay. And as you can see, there are 3 people on her team here, so I don't really know what this PvP action is all about. We go down over here and we just kind of start this ACV mission just like normal. Now, she's using this VR11 quite liberally, and she does so for this entire mode here, for this entire playthrough. So the ACV is one of those things that I take so seriously because of the history of it on my channel. I take it very seriously. I'm always around, always try to help out when I can. There's only 2 other people on our team right now, so especially if I'm the one with the VR11, I am back there helping out as much as I can. So overall, nothing too crazy here. You can actually see this little hidden feature of the VR11. When you shoot a teammate, it actually makes them stronger, makes them deal more damage, and I think it might make the zombies invisible to them. Actually, no, I think it just does the increased damage, which is really fun. And this is another strange case here because we're gonna see her shoot this ACV multiple times when it's at 100%. But oftentimes she'll do this too. She's gonna run away and collect these keys very frequently. But as you can see, the ACV is still at 100%. And then in this crystal, you can see she gets lucky and finds a Casimir, which is awesome. So be sure you're shooting those crystals in the Dark Aether. It's very much worth it. And like I said, I don't know if these sentry guns are just so perfectly placed, and this whole squad has just so many monkey bombs that like no zombie is touching this ACV. But if that's the case, I might need to switch to monkey bombs because it feels like I haven't seen this ACV go down past 100% for this entire leg of the run. And once again, we're kind of getting distracted here. We're going away from the ACV mission and we're gonna go look at all the things for the wonder weapons, which again isn't a bad thing. I mean, we're collecting keys, we're seeing all this stuff, but there's multiple other videos that I was thinking about reviewing in this video, and both of them went for all of the wonder weapons and kind of just ignored the main contracts here in the Dark Aether. Is that a good way to get wonder weapons for yourself? Yeah. Is it something I would do to my teammates as I'm in the Dark Aether? Probably not, but it's definitely an option that you can do. And once again, if you've noticed this whole time that ACV's been at 100%, I don't know if it's glitched, I don't know if it's buggy, I don't know if the monkey bombs are just insanely powerful against it, or if this team is just doing such a bang up job at keeping it at 100%, if they're always shooting it with the VR11. Obviously we got kill streaks going on here. Either way, it's a strong team and we end this ACV at 100% and it looks really good. So this contract's completed. I love throwing the monkey bomb before looking in the reward rift. I think that's great. Clearing out the zombies, clearing out the horde so that they're not distracted. That is excellent. Aha, I think I finally found the PvP in here. This is weird. This is so crazy. Look at that. Someone in here not on the team has a ray gun and she downed him. Like, that's crazy. And then she can revive him. That's nuts. And so as you saw, that person wasn't on their team, and what weirdly happened because of that other person, as this team was doing the ACV contract, they did the other contracts. Look at this. We go over here. We haven't done this contract, but the teddy bear is gone, or the bunny is gone. So we can't do the Outlast contract. If we go all the way back to the top of the building that has the extractor contract, look at that, the bunny is gone as well. That is absolutely nuts. Another day, another glitch in Modern Warfare Zombies. But I do want to comment on the inventory right here. We have 2 ray guns, a VR11 and a Scorcher. So as we're thinking about how we're doing the Dark Aether and what to really prioritize, especially in this first Dark Aether, do you want the schematics? Do you want the acquisitions like the golden armor plates and really make sure that you're doing good there? Or do you want to go off and find the wonder weapons and those little keys and locations on your own? I don't know. It's a decision for you to make. And then from here, there's really nothing else to talk about. They just kind of hang around and look for stuff and then they exfil. Now, this last game by David is the shortest, but it has probably the most useful information in this video. First things first, I'm sorry about the 720p. That's the quality I got it on, but I love this. I got the WSB Stinger Swarm, one of the two, single triple pack-a-punched, legendary, all of our perks, durable gas mask, golden armor. I absolutely love this loadout. This is looking really good so far. We go to the Dark Aether. We're gonna sit over here, get the Ether Bunny for the Mega Abomination. We're gonna throw our Juggernaut suit. We're gonna kill the Mega Abomination. We're gonna get our rewards here, which I absolutely love. Look at that. We've got an Elder Sigil, which is okay. Look at how stacked we are with all the Casimirs. This looks great. We'll use our Scorcher to come up here, and this is also, I think it is important to note about the Scorcher here in the Dark Aether. When you Scorcher up and you fly above everything, you aggro less zombies. So it is actually a little bit safer to go up in the air with the Scorcher because you're not gonna drag all of the zombies around you and pull them towards to where you want to go. But the real magic comes in this Outlast contract. This is a phenomenal example. Now, David, I don't want to assume things about you, but I am going to guess that you probably got into zombies with Modern Warfare Zombies. That's just my guess. I'm guessing that because from the gameplay, it looks as though you are very uncomfortable with training. At every moment you're throwing Casimirs and you're strangely hopping over all of these desks and these counters whenever you get the chance. Very, very frequently. It feels very chaotic in here. You can see your dog has actually got your back right here. I do like the move to do the energy mine. It was just you're a little bit too short here. But the first thing that I would do to make you a little bit more comfortable here is I would change your field of view. I don't know if it's just me or this footage, but I think this field of view is like the default 80. I think all consoles at this point have an ability to change your field of view. You want as much information as possible to make the right decisions as possible. So changing that field of view is very, very powerful. Now, backing up here, you could see at this point, we are out of Casimirs in our equipment slot, going all the way back to where we threw our Casimir, or the last Casimir we had equipped. This buys you the perfect amount of time to go into your rucksack and equip more Casimirs. That could have got you way safer, but also, you might not have noticed, but your field upgrade is back ready to go again. And I guess you did notice it because right here you try to use it, but it felt like that just came out of nowhere, didn't it? It feels like, oh my goodness, that was just so random. All of a sudden there's zombies surrounding me. This is why a good high field of view is important. Let's slow this down a little bit here. We're gonna jump over the countertop and we go from shooting zombies across the counter to having a zombie on our right side. Now this picture, you feel overwhelmed. Your brain is like, oh my goodness, I'm cornered. What's on this left side over here? Because as we jump over, we never take a look at our left right here. It feels like there's no zombies over there, right? It feels like we could just look at this zombie, back up a little bit and go to the left here, go around him. Either dodge and go around him and then go to the right, or dodge back and jump over the counter again, or dodge back and jump over this counter to our right. But unfortunately, we decide to turn into the zombie for some reason and corner ourselves even more. And that is how we down ourselves right here. That higher FOV would be so useful. Now, when you're down, I didn't know this. Well, I think I kind of knew this. You're actually losing progress on the Outlast contract when you're down. So that makes sense, but you know, pulling yourself back up. I like the idea here. I don't know if this is what your intention was or not, but waiting for the zombies to disperse a little bit, I think that's a really good trick. That way it's not super overwhelming when you get yourself back up. But I want to kind of talk about your constant running up and over these countertops here. So let's see here. So this is kind of a good, man, this quality is so low. I'm so sorry. This area is really interesting because there's like 3 lanes of traffic. You could think about it like traffic. Every time you jump over this counter, it's like jumping in the middle of another traffic lane. That's a good way to cause an accident. That's a good way to get hit by a car. You know what a good way to not get hit by a car is? Go with the flow of traffic. This is why I predicted that you haven't trained a lot in zombies in the past, because there's a lot of this going against the grain, going against traffic here. Whereas if you went more along this line right here, if you went around and did kind of like a banana loop type thing and only changed lanes when you were overwhelmed in this lane, that would have been a far more consistent strategy to buy you some time, to make you feel more comfortable, and to give you more options, because then if you don't want to go inside, you can jump out any one of these windows right here. You could just jump out if you're on that big wide open lane out there. Training is so subtle. Training has a lot of different nuances to it, but having that wider FOV, being able to more comfortably train with the flow of the zombies themselves, that is going to be a huge improvement to your gameplay. Additionally, I'm going to try to find footage for you beautiful people. Additionally, I don't know if it was Crazy Shoot or if it was Ghost or somebody showed me or taught or had a video on it, or maybe put in my Discord, saying that if you stand on these countertops and you train on the actual countertops, that's a good way to kind of have a similar effect to what I think you were trying to do. I think you're trying to confuse the AI and have them kind of go around the countertops. But if you stay on the countertops, that's going to be, I think, my most consistent way of completing this specific contract. From here, it goes as well as it probably could go. He does a great job of actually throwing down the Casimirs where they're supposed to go. Throw down a Casimir, do the ether extractor. That's all nice and good. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about that. I was going to bring up this whole point right here. I love the fact that we are actually using our weapon, but you might have forgotten, because I might have forgotten, you have a Scorcher in your other weapon slot. The Scorcher is amazing at taking out zombies, including boss zombies. In fact, you actually do it right here. So take a look at this. You have the Scorcher and you shoot it, and that does, look at all the zombies that it kills, but then you run away from the Scorcher shot. You run away from where that kill barrier is with the Scorcher. Now, you survive because you throw another Casimir right here, but that Scorcher is way more powerful of a weapon than a lot of people give it credit for. A lot of people say, oh, it's just good for movement. No, since the Season 2 update, you could stand in the corner and shoot the Scorcher and kill everything that comes your way, including boss zombies. Now, you might have been nervous because it's only Pack-a-Punch 2 and all that good stuff, so that's why I'm not going to ram it home too hard, but players at home, viewers at home, know to utilize that Scorcher to its fullest potential. All right, the last thing I'll say about this clip is that even though we have golden armor, plating up, using your plates, even with golden armor, can save your life. Now, I don't think it would have saved your life here, but it is definitely worth mentioning. And the last thing I'm gonna say here is, with everybody, what I've seen a lot in this gameplay footage is that, oh my goodness, here's the reward rift, I'm going to go straight after it, I'm going to try to be around it, and nope, you can't do it, give it some time, you need to clear it out first. Now, luckily we got some cool mags of holding, Elder Sigil, all that good stuff, but yeah, give yourself time to clear out that area around the reward rift first. Please do not be discouraged by this. There is no other game like Zombies in the gaming industry, especially when it comes to movement mechanics like training. It's taken me years to get to the skill level that I'm currently at, and I'm not even that good of a Zombies player. Part of the fun of Zombies is learning these little details and trying to get better and better with every game, but it takes a long time. So be patient with yourself. Now, you might be thinking, Donuts, how do I practice training? How do I get better at training? My honest answer is to play round-based zombies. And the best place to start practicing that is gonna be right here. Keep practicing, keep getting better, and stay beautiful.